Everyone you meet knows something you don't know but need to know. Carl Jung. You've been chasing love with your eyes closed, not because you're weak, but because you were trained to be blind. You were told that women are gentle by nature, that their love is healing, that their loyalty is unconditional if you just treat them right. But what if all of that was a lie? A beautifully packaged illusion fed to you by a culture too scared to tell the truth. Carl Jung didn't flinch. He stared into the soul and saw what others refused to name. The shadow behind the smile. Not hatred, not cruelty, something colder. Instinct. Ask yourself, why does love so often feel like a trap? Why do the women who once adored you become distant, dismissive, even cruel when you're no longer on top? Why does their affection seem to vanish the moment you let your guard down? Is it just bad luck? Or are you playing by rules you were never told existed? Here's the answer Jung hinted at. What you call love might just be a performance, a dance of mass driven not by emotion, but by survival. You don't fall for who she is. You fall for who she becomes around you. When you're rising, she's devoted. When you stumble, she retreats. And just like that, you start questioning your own worth, not realizing you were never the one being truly seen in the first place. This isn't bitterness, it's clarity. The feminine shadow, as Jung saw it, isn't evil, it's strategic. Women aren't taught to deceive. They're wired to adapt, to shapeshift into whatever form ensures protection, provision, and power. And the man who doesn't understand this becomes the man who breaks when love does. You thought her love was real because it felt real. The way she looked at you, the softness in her voice, the way she leaned into your presence like you were the only man that mattered. But what if that wasn't love? What if it was instinct, an unconscious strategy to secure what she needed in the moment? Jung warned of a dangerous illusion, the Anima trap. It's when you stop seeing the woman in front of you and start projecting your own fantasies onto her. You imagine she's pure, different, loyal to your soul, but in reality, you're not seeing her. You're seeing your need for her. You fall in love with your own longing, not with the truth. And that truth is hard to swallow. Female love is rarely unconditional. It's a silent contract, one where your strength, your status, your usefulness determines how long her affection lasts. The more you give, the more you invest, the more she takes, and the less you notice how transactional it really is until it's too late. Because when you falter, when life hits you, when you're no longer the man she needs you to be, something changes. Her warmth cools, her smile fades, and you're left asking, what did I do wrong? But that's the wrong question. The right one is, what stopped making me valuable to her instincts? This isn't about women being malicious. Most don't even realize it. It's nature. It's programming. Just like you didn't choose to be drawn to beauty and youth, she didn't choose to recoil from weakness. She didn't plan to change. Her biology did. That's the game. And it's been running under your feet this whole time. Once you see it, everything shifts. Every breakup that left you confused, every cold shoulder that made no sense, every woman who said I love you and vanished the moment you slipped, it all starts to make terrifying sense. You didn't lose her love. You lost your value in her eyes, and she didn't say it out loud. She didn't have to. Her silence spoke. Her disinterest screamed. One moment she was in awe of you, hanging onto your every word. The next, she was cold, distant, and bored. You thought it was random. You thought it was about feelings, but it was never about feelings. It was about your utility. Jung saw it coming. A woman doesn't love the man in front of her. She loves what he represents, his ambition, his control, his ability to create order in chaos. And when that illusion cracks, even for a moment, her instincts take over. She doesn't need to plan the exit. Her biology starts pulling her away without permission. That's hypergamy, the silent drive to seek the strongest option available, not just physically, but emotionally, socially, genetically. She's not looking for love. She's looking for survival through you. And if your strength begins to slip, if you doubt yourself, lose your edge, or hesitate, her subconscious takes it as a threat. Not because she's cruel, because she's wired to find security, and security doesn't come from weakness. This is why she tests you, the arguments out of nowhere, the passive-aggressive silence, the constant pressure to be more, to do better. It's not just drama, It's instinct checking your frame. If you collapse, she withdraws. If you stand firm, she leans in. Not because she wants to fight you, but because her nature needs to know you can handle the storm she brings. And here's the hardest truth. She's not doing it intentionally. Just like you don't choose who you desire, she doesn't choose who she respects. You don't fail her when you lose her love. You fail her when you stop being the man her instincts trust to lead. She's not lying to you. She's lying to herself. That's what makes it so dangerous. You keep trying to make sense of her contradictions. One day she needs you, the next she resents you. She says she wants honesty but punishes you when you give it. She says she craves safety, then creates chaos out of thin air. You think she's confused, but Jung saw the real picture. This isn't confusion, it's conflict. A war between her conscious self and her shadow. The shadow isn't some villain in a black cloak. It's everything she denies in herself. The hunger for power, the urge to control, the fear of being unworthy. And when she can't face those parts, they don't disappear. They act through her, quietly, strategically, with a sweet voice and soft hands. She doesn't scream at you. She breaks you with withdrawal. She doesn't hit. She forgets your needs. She doesn't argue. She plays helpless until you start questioning your sanity. Jung called it emotional alchemy, turning your love, your patience, your strength into weapons against you. And the more you try to fix it, the deeper you sink. Why? Because your stability threatens her chaos. Your clarity exposes her confusion, and that terrifies the shadow inside her, so it fights back. Not with logic, but with emotion, with mood swings, gaslighting, guilt. Not because she hates you, but because her unconscious needs proof you can handle what she can't control in herself. Here's the twist. The more feminine she appears, the more dangerous her shadow might be. The sweet girl who always needed saving? She's not faking it, but her darkness lives just beneath that sweetness. And if you don't see it, you won't survive it. Now that you've seen the truth, you have two choices: fear it or master it. Carl Jung never exposed female nature to make you bitter. He did it to make you aware, to make you see what most men never will. The man who understands the game doesn't complain about it. He doesn't fight it. He simply stops playing by their rules. Because when you know the structure of illusion, you can walk right through it. Here's the first shift. Stop reacting. When she creates chaos, don't chase clarity. When she withdraws, don't beg. When she tests you, don't explain yourself. Respond with calm indifference, not as a tactic, as truth. A grounded man doesn't need to convince anyone. He just is. That's what her shadow can't touch. Second, stop outsourcing your identity. She's not your source of peace, your mirror, or your mission. The moment you give her that position, she becomes both judge and executioner. And she can't help it. Jung knew it. No woman can deeply respect a man who makes her the center of his emotional universe. Third, and this is the part most men run from, embrace your shadow. Your discipline is hiding inside your rage. Your leadership is buried beneath your frustration. Your clarity is born in solitude. Stop killing the dark parts of you. Integrate them. Use them. That's how you become dangerous. Not by pretending to be light, but by mastering the dark without being consumed by it. You don't become the man she can't manipulate by saying the right words or doing the right things. You become him by being unshakable, by turning your pain into power, your doubt into vision, your past into precision. This is what makes you dangerous, not to her, but to the illusions that used to own you. And once you step into that energy, you won't just see through the game. You'll rewrite the rules entirely. And if you're ready for that kind of clarity, you know where to be. Right here. Subscribe, stay sharp, we're just getting started.